Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be doing a New Year's makeup look for you. I'm posting this on New Year's Eve, I think. So just in time for you to do your makeup, we can do something together. This is just one of my ideas of a nice kind of sparkly New Year's-y makeup look, so I think it's gonna be a fun one. Before we get started though, please give this a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel, join the family. Let's go into the new year together, start on a good note, so please make sure you're subscribed and not missing out on 3 videos a week. But if you want to see my New Year's makeup look, then stay tuned for the rest of the video. Okay, so we can just jump right in because it's going to be quite a few steps here. I'm just gonna walk you through like what products I'm using, how I'm using them, why. I'll probably speed through the actual application so that way you guys can just get a little bit of a faster idea of how I'm applying the products. And again, we'll just go through what the products are, what I'm using, how I'm applying, all that fun stuff. So usually when I do a more like out there makeup look or something more like intense, I start with my eyes just so that I can like clean up any fallout, sharpen any lines that I want to sharpen, and those kinds of things. So I am starting actually with facial primer. This time I'm using the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer, one of my favorites. It's such a good one and your makeup will last all day long. So I'm just putting this all over my face. And then I'm going in with an eye primer, so I'm using the Rare Beauty eye primer, and I just put this all over my eyelids, and then I blend it out with my fingers, just to make sure I cover every little area. And then I'm just gonna take any kind of like setting powder. I have this Too Faced Born This Way Soft Blur setting powder, and I'm gonna take just any kind of fluffy brush and just take some of that onto there and set that eye primer into place. Doesn't have to be perfect. This can be a little bit messier, but you want to make sure you cover your eyelids. So now I'm going in with my absolute favorite palette of all times. It is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 3 Matte Eyeshadow Palette. This has every matte eyeshadow in a neutral that you could dream of. It's just so good. It's so perfect. You can make any eye look that you want with this, especially if you're a neutral lover like I am. So I am taking a big fluffy brush like this one, and I'm just going into this lightest shade, clearly very loved by me. And I'm just dipping it into there, and I'm gonna start working that into my eyelid and my crease. So I'm just bringing it up into my crease and kind of curving it out at the end. And now I'm going into that next darkest shade, and I'm doing the exact same thing, just not bringing it up quite as close to my brow bone, but also applying onto my eyelid and then working it into the crease. Now I'm taking another fluffy brush and I'm going into this third shade right here, dabbing it in, and then same thing, working it into my eyelid, bringing it up to the crease, just not as high up as I did the other 2 shades. And now I'm gonna take a more angled kind of brush and just dip it into these last 2 shades. And I'm gonna focus that on my outer parts of my eyelids and a little bit into my crease as well. And it's okay if you're not precise out here because you're gonna clean that up in a little bit. And just going back in with that original brush and like blending all of that in together so it's all smooth lines, nothing too harsh. You can always go back in with a little brush into that lightest shade and touch up that front half of your eyelid. And now that we've done that, if you want extra sparkle, you can take some, or I'm gonna take some of this dark brown filigree from the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, just to give me a little, actually no, you know what, I'm gonna make it even sparklier. I'm gonna take Muse, this middle shade, and just place that mostly in the outer part of my eye, but also a little bit towards the front half. And then you can blend it as needed. And then I'm gonna take from my Pat McGrath Mothership palette. This is the Mothership, I think 5 palette. And I'm gonna take this like crazy white shade because it kind of goes with my top. This is like the top that I'm going to be wearing for New Year's. At least I think I am right now. So I want it to kind of go with the white a little bit. So I'm just taking this on my finger as well. And I'm just going to place that pretty much where I didn't put that other glitter. So like closer to the inner part of my eyelid. I'm gonna be honest, this is way more yellowy than I thought it was gonna be. So I'm gonna work that into the outer corner as well, just so that the colors aren't like super mismatched. This is such a crazy color too, because it's so like, it looks yellowy right now, but in the pan it looks like white, almost like greenish. So it's a really cool color combo. It's just so different. And then if you feel like you're missing a little bit of that depth, you can just go back and tap in some of the excess off of that angled brush you used with the darker shades, just to add a little bit of that darkness back into the eye look. And then I'm gonna go back to my Patrick Ta palette, and I'm taking this super skinny angled brush, and I'm gonna line my eyes with this black color. So I'm just dipping my brush into there and I'm lining like a eyeliner look, but with eyeshadow. Okay, we're done with the eyes for now. We'll come back to them at some point. This is a very much trust the process kind of look, by the way, so do not judge based off of this right now. So now we're gonna go into the face. I'm taking my Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow foundation. I love that it's gonna give me a little bit more of that radiance, especially in the colder months when it is like cold and dry outside. So I'm gonna just take this onto my BK Beauty foundation brush and apply all over my face and neck. Don't judge me if it's a little bit dark. I'm putting self-tanner on today, so I will be tan, and I will be tan for New Year's, so bear with me. Now I'm taking a cream bronzer. This is the Too Faced Melting, Bronzing, and Sculpting Stick in Chocolate Caramel. And I'm just applying and blending wherever I want to create a shadow on my face with this part of this like double-ended Patrick Ta brush. Now I'm taking a blush. I'm using this Fenty Beauty Double Cheeked Up Freestyle Cream Blush Duo, and I'm gonna just take a little bit of both. Honestly, I'm gonna mix these two colors together to create the perfect in-between, and I'm just dabbing that onto my cheeks. And now for concealer, I'm of course taking one of my favorites, the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer in 2N, and I'm applying that wherever I want to create a highlight on my face, and then just blending that out with this BK Beauty concealer brush. And now we're gonna set the face. So I'm taking the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder, and I am setting my entire face, but I'm doing my under eyes with this little puff. So I'm just gonna take some like this and blend it into my under eyes. Then just a big fluffy brush to blend it into the rest of my face. And then for bronzer, powder bronzer, we're gonna do the Dior Forever Natural Bronze in shade 5. And then I'm taking this double-ended brush with the fluffier side, swirling it in, and then just going over wherever I put that cream bronzer. And I'm just taking this Patrick Ta brush with the dual end. I'm taking the skinnier side to contour my nose. And then let's just take a setting spray break. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray and just spraying down my entire face. I do this at random parts throughout my makeup application process. I like to spray myself down more than once, really to make sure that this is locked in. So anyways, now that that is pretty much dry, moving on to the next step, I'm doing blush, powder blush, and I'm using the Rare Beauty Cheer powder blush today. So here that is, and I'm just taking this BK Beauty blush brush, tapping it in, patting off the excess, and then just tapping that into my cheekbones. I love this blush, especially for these kinds of occasions, because it's very like glowy, very ethereal, like super like, it kind of matches the eyeshadow glittery vibe that I had going. Not that this is glittery, but it's very glowy. So I love that. And then I'll just make sure there's no harsh lines and just blend in a little bit with that powder brush. And then I'm gonna take a highlighter. This is the Dior Forever Couture Luminizer. And I'm going back in with that dual-ended Patrick Ta brush, just the wider, fluffier side. And I'm highlighting my nose. And then normally I wouldn't use a highlighter with this blush because it is so bright. But since it's New Year's and we want that super glowy look, I'm just adding some on top and giving it an extra pop. And then we're gonna spray down again. And then I'm gonna do my eyebrows and my eyelashes off camera because that's very tedious. I'm just using this eyelash curler and this Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize Volume Mascara, my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and then my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder. I'm gonna do that really quick and I will be right back. Okay guys, I am back. Please ignore if my eyeballs are like red. I think I irritated one of my eyes when I was like brushing out my black eyeliner that I applied. So I did black eyeliner on my top and bottom waterlines, and then on the bottom I just like blended it out to make it more kind of smoky. And then I just did one coat of the Too Faced Born This Way mascara, or Too Faced Born This Way, oh my god, Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, how could I forget my favorite. And then I did another coat of that Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize mascara but I curled my eyelashes first and I just blended out with a little brown eyeshadow underneath, and that was really all I did for my eyes. And then obviously I just did my eyebrows. So my last step is lips. I'm just taking the Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut lip pencil and I'm lining my lips. And then I'm literally just topping it with the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Cherry. This combo is undescribable. So I'm just doing some of that. I just love how it gives your lips a little pop of color without being too red, but it still gives them that like red-ish effect. So that is it, you guys. I sprayed my face about 50 more times, so I don't think I need to do it again. But that is the look. I feel like it's the perfect combination of like sparkle, shine with like the sparkly eyelids, the sparkly, glowy blush highlighter, and a little pop of color, somewhat of a wash of color on the lips, while still being very like bronzy and natural, and can go with a lot of different looks. So you don't even have to do this for New Year's realistically. You could do it for whatever you want, but I probably am going to be doing something like this on New Year's Eve, and that is kind of what my makeup is gonna look like, my outfit's gonna look like, all that fun stuff. So I think this is a really fun, pretty easy look to achieve, and I think it turned out really, really great. So I hope you guys enjoyed, but comment and let me know what you think about how this look turned out. Let me know what else you want to see from me. Give this a huge thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel, but stay tuned and I will see you guys in the next video.